Do you know, I realised something about my dog. I'm a human being, and if I'm stuck inside a lot, I can seek, types of stimulation on the screen. I can, have a symbolic social life through the screen, or I can watch a film or do some work. I can find stimulation without having to go out, but this little lady, she can't. The only sources of stimulation she has is playing with me. You alright, Miles? You wanna play? She likes to fight with my hand sometimes. It's playing with me or being outside. She can't. She has no sort of symbolic technological forms of stimulation. So I feel quite guilty upon her quite a bit that she's kept in a lot. Yeah, it's quite rough on her really, just to have to lie there, because she's awake, she doesn't want to sleep, but like I say, she can't bring up Netflix and entertain herself. Can you, Marley? Can you? Oh, I'll take you out in a minute. I do take her out. She's not kept in all the time, but that was just something I realised. And that's back in the dressing gown. That's a thing for us, isn't it? Being stuck in a lot. What kind of things do you do to keep yourself entertained, stimulated, connected? Like a lot of people say, the internet and social media can be a big help for that, can't it? But sometimes that's also a little bit fragile. I don't know. Depends on the relationship you have. But yeah, what do we do to keep ourselves stimulated, connected? What do you do? I do a lot of work on the computers and chat to friends. I felt really embarrassed after yesterday's video. It was just such a long negative tirade, and this is how my illness and my mental illness works. Like when I'm in the low states, like even though through the whole of that video yesterday I was sort of describing my experience with illness, and it's true what I was describing. I have called it a living death at times, and what else was I talking about? The dynamics of illness, like losing myself and stuff like that. All of that's true, but when I looked back at the video today, I realised that I want to focus on those things. That I would sit there for 12 minutes and talk into a video about those particular things is a function of my mood. It's a function of my low brain chemistry at that point. So it's not like anything I said was untrue, but it's like, why do you want to focus on that? Why do you need to sit there and describe how awful and terrible it is losing yourself? Why do you want to put that out there for other people? That's a subtle part of having different, being in different heads mental health wise and cognitively. You don't realise the veil that is over your perception. In low moods, there's a veil that doesn't allow you to see the beauty and the wonder and experience the calmness of a good day, But it just makes you react to every little slight so much stronger, and it just puts you in this incredible rumination state, like constant negative rumination on things that have happened, on why the person hasn't replied to you, on what happened last year with a friend, just ridiculous ruminations. And then in better heads, that veil lifts, and it's just so much simpler. Things are so much simpler with a better mind, with better brain chemistry. You don't need as much. You don't stress up as much. Things can still affect you, but nowhere near to the same degree, and you move on pretty quickly, and you just have a positive day, and you take from life what it gives you. It's ridiculous, the difference between the two states. Which brings me to, me and my girlfriend are experimenting with microdosing now. I'm not going to say with what, because it's got funny connotations, hasn't it? It's got illegal connotations. But we've tried it this week. I was really bad yesterday evening because I think something I'd taken, a microdosing thing, interacted with some herbs I was taking. That's why I was so horrendous. But today, the microdosing has given me just a better head state, just a more clear space. I'm kind of doing the same things I do. I'm still in my dressing gown, I haven't got going. I've been on the computer a long time, but I'm kind of engaging with them more calmly, less compulsively, more with a sense that things are okay. So it's just really, really extraordinary, like the different brain states you can be in. It's extraordinary how beautiful and lovely and like lovely in that sort of really gentle way. It's extraordinary how a calm brain state, how lovely that can be. Do you know what I mean? Like there's types of lovely where you're very stimulated, where you're really enjoying something very stimulating, like a time on the computer, or I don't know what I'm talking about. There's types of pleasure that are very stimulating, and then the type of pleasure you get from having a calm brain and things feeling just generally okay is like this really gentle, like persistent pleasure. And I get that back so strongly when my mental illness clears. I just get this thing about, this moment of just being here is really quite wonderful. As long as you're well fed, you're well watered, there's not any immediate deprivations. Like a calm, just time spent in a calm head is quite gently ecstatic. But the difference between different mental health states is just extraordinary. It's really, really hard to describe. It's really, really hard to describe to anyone who hasn't experienced it anyway. See you tomorrow.